What is up, everybody? How you doing out there? Whew, man, it feels good to be back. I'm out of jail, guys. I'm free. I've got my hot meal. I've hit the streets. YouTube has unjailed me. I'm back on the streets. How is it going, everybody? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're feeling good. I'm feeling good today. I'm feeling pumped. I'm feeling hyped. I'm very, very excited for today's stream. We are continuing the journey. The BTS journey that I'm on. Last week, you may or may not know, we started off with the Rise of Bangtan, chapters 1 and 2, and then we directly followed that up with the reaction to the Too Cool for School album in its entirety. What is up, guys? Man, it means so much you're all here. This is fan-freaking-tastic. Hopefully the audio's okay. I'm glad you caught it live this time, too. I get it. Time zones are weird, you know? We're not all in the same place. Earth is big. There's a lot of stuff going on. I get it. I'm competing with the internet. There's a lot of stuff to do on the internet. And I appreciate that you're here with me. So today we are continuing that BTS journey by moving on to chapter 3, and then directly after that we are going to be doing a live reaction to the album Oh Are You Late 2? I think that's how you say it. I'm a little confused by the acronyms and all that fun stuff. You know, I just figured out what HMU means. I guess that's hit me up. Yeah, I'm not a cool guy. I don't know what's up. Hello from Brazil. What is up? So yeah, this is gonna be a fun one. I love the Rise of Bangtan series. It's one of my favorite documentaries I've seen on BTS. It's so professionally done. It's so clear. It gives me such a great perspective. Some of you may know, some of you may not know. I'm brand new to K-pop and BTS in general, and it's just a fantastic way to really kind of showcase who they are, what they're doing, their sound, their struggles, and everything. It gives me a much broader perspective, and it gives me a fantastic perspective when I finally get to going into the music, which I'm at. But we're just starting in chronological order and going from start to beginning. Now, this is hard to do as a reactor. This is hard to do because there's a lot of content. There's a lot of videos out there on the internet. A ton of stuff to go over. And I can't do this sort of thing without the help of you guys. And luckily, some fantastic members of the BTS army have assembled into an ultimate team. That's right. We're going to start off by giving a couple thanks before this whole thing begins, because without the help of these three individuals, today's stream would not be possible. So let's give it up for Sua, who's a member on the Discord and supports me in a bunch of fantastic ways, and has been helping put these things together. Let's give it up for K Venus. You may recognize that name. K Venus helped out with the first stream. And then, of course, let's give it up for our Discord mod, Susie. And without these three ladies, none of this would be possible today. And in fact, if you're grateful and you want to show a little support for Susie, today's her birthday. I'd love to see some happy birthdays for Susie in the chat. Happy birthday, Susie. All right, let's see here. Where do we begin? I guess we're just going to begin right in the documentary, right? Yeah. I know, right? Don't they rock? Isn't that awesome? Isn't that awesome? You know, to keep these things authentic, you need people like that. They're going to put together an entire playlist and give me this awesome perspective so we can enjoy today's content. And we couldn't do it without them. Happy birthday, Susie. I love seeing it. Look at chat lighting up. Look at the army supporting. God dang, I love this community. God dang, I love this army. Absolutely beautiful, man. Love to see it. Absolutely love to see it. All right, what do you say we get into it? All right, enough hype. Enough hype. Let's just jump right on into it. Let's miniature size me. Yeah, a little small gym action. There we go. Everybody likes tiny gym. Let me kill the audio over here. And let's make sure we're good up over here. Beautiful, man. Thank you guys all so much for being here. This is fantastic. What do you say we begin? The Rise of Bangtan, Chapter 3, House of Cards. Let's figure out what went into the album Oh Are You Late 2? Let's begin. Get some more audio here.
대박! 대박! 2013년 8월 25일 웨브스타일 로그 아따 톤 한 단계 업그레이드 됐고 안경을 처음으로 벗고 로그를 찍는다. 이야 신기하네. 아무튼 나는 여태 방금 전까지 이제 앨범 작업이 드디어 끝났어.
Look how excited he is.
랩몬스터라는 이름을 정말 바보가 지은 게 아니라는 걸 증명해드리고 싶다. 오케이? 좋아. 우후! 와이! 예!
Oh, what is this? This looks dark. It's ominous.
Everybody say no. Everybody say no.
This is from No, the music video. Okay. Man, it looks intense. Super cinematic, man. Oh, what a tease! What a tease!
안녕하세요. VJ 방탄 특공대 MC 진입니다. 2013년 가요계에 혜성같이 등장한 방탄소년단. 훈훈한 외모와 넘치는 카리스마로 많은 분들의 사랑을 받았는데요. 함께 보실까요? 좋은 좋네. 안녕하세요. 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 출근 소감을 얘기해 주실래요?
Okay, let me read this for a second. After debut, any following release by that artist is called a comeback, regardless of the amount of time that has passed. Okay, so this is their comeback. All right.
안녕하세요. 네.
멤버 씨 오늘 처음이시라고요?
계속 연습했습니다.
These guys are tired.
Return to the classics.
Look at that.
네, 아무래도 떨려가지고 긴장도 떨려서 좀 연습했어요.
That was cool.
저희가 이번에 5Are You Late라는 앨범으로 저희가 또 타이틀곡 에너라는 노래로 컴백을 했는데요. 컴백을 했습니다. 저희 에너 한번 들어보시고 죄송합니다. 다시 할게요.
Yeah, it's hard to figure out stuff to say on camera. I feel you, brother.
오늘 정말 긴장하시는 분들이 많이 계셔서
엄청 많이.
굉장히 긴장이 됩니다. 원래 대기실에 딱 갔는데 텅텅 비었어요. 신인 대기실이 텅텅 비었더라고요.
우리가 그렇게 되잖아요.
그렇죠. 저희도 언젠가.
If a new idol is successful enough to have a comeback, they must continue to do well to avoid disbandment due to lack of funds. All right. So they have to continuously keep proving themselves, as if it wasn't nerve-wracking enough to kind of go out with a debut and just make sure in front of the world live, you have to keep proving yourself and keep doing well. Otherwise, your funding disappears somehow. God dang, does this sound stressful?
자, 리허설 3, 2.
솔직히 매우 긴장된다. 첫 번째 앨범 때보다 더 멋있는 모습을 보여드려야 된다고 생각되기도 하니까 되게 좀 약간은 부담감이 있기도 한 것 같고
Oh, man.
조금 더 준비를 하고 나가고 싶다는 생각도 조금 있고
네, 목이 타면서 땀났고요.
Man, that's the thing is you got to constantly keep stepping up. The next album's got to be better than the last one, especially when like you're going out for your second album. Like it's all eyes on you, you know? If your debut was successful and you had a couple successful songs, if your next album flops, that might be the end of it. You might get a chance for a third album, you might not. And if the third album flops, you're definitely done. And I mean, you can just definitely see it in these guys' faces. Like, and they're actually just coming out and saying it on this documentary. The last one, you could just see that they were nervous, but they were kind of quiet about it. They're just openly saying they are nervous. They're hoping they prepared enough. They hope they practiced enough. You can't help but feel for them. You can't help but feel for them.
잠시 후에 녹화하겠습니다.
둘, 셋, 팍! 자, 감사합니다. 열심히 하겠습니다.
모형부터 보니까 어때요? 잘 된 것 같아요?
지금 제 표정이 너무 안 좋잖아요. 그래서 표정에 신경 쓰겠습니다.
어떻게 해요? 더 파워풀하게?
That's the thing I keep forgetting about these kind of groups, you know? It's like everything is going into it. Like he's beating himself up about his expression, about what his face kind of looks like. I mean, he's dancing, he's singing. There's a lot of movements to remember. There's a lot of things just to like remember to make this performance perfect. And even just doubting how your face looks during a certain part of the song or a certain expression or whatever, like it's just, I thought it was just singing and dancing at first, but like this is so intense. It's so brutal. My nerves would be shot. My nerves would be shot, guys. I don't know how they do it.
거침없이 실전하는 소년들 방탄소년단입니다. 에모.
힙합 아이돌 방탄소년단이 더 강력해진 모습으로 돌아왔습니다. 강렬한 퍼포먼스와 보다 강력해진 카리스마로 돌아온 기대주 방탄소년단 여러분들 모셨습니다. 데뷔한 지 4개월 만에 정말 엄청나게 팬덤이
This debut was only 4 months ago? What the literal F? So, all right, I just want to make sure I'm getting this right. So they released Too Cool for School. They had their debut, all right? They went out there, and then 4 months later, they had to come back and do another album? 4 months, that's a really quick turnaround time. I mean, normally it's like a year wait in between albums, if not more. I thought it was going to be like a year later. But 4 months? No wonder they're burnt out. No wonder they're tired.
생겼어요.
NO is kind of an abbreviation of no offense.
과연 사람들에게 더 늦기 전에 행복을 찾아라 이렇게 묻고 있는 그런 앨범이고요.
In Korea, the university you attend is regarded by the society as one of the most important factors for determining your success in life. The College Scholastic Ability Test, also called 수능, is the test that dictates which university students would attend. Students literally spend their whole lives preparing for this test.
저 때도 그랬고 지금도 그렇고 우리 학생들은 공부밖에 할 줄 몰라요.
These students study hard. On average, they'll do 15 hours a day.
Really?
When school ends at 4 o'clock, it's not time to go home. The next shift starts, and most will go on to cram schools. For those who don't succeed, there's a tragic cost.
South Korea has exceptionally high suicide rate. Suicide is the fourth most common cause of death in South Korea. In the age range of 10 to 19 years old, South Korea has the highest suicide rate in the world.
Oh my God. Everything about Korea is intense. It's not just the idols. Everyday people have to deal with this. I mean, in the West, in America, like we get schooling too. We've got MCAS. We have things we have to study for college. And obviously your scores depend upon, you know, what nice college you might get into. But it's not the be all end all of your career. But 15 hours a day in that kind of pressure. In the age of 10 to 19-year-olds, South Korea has the highest suicide rate in the world. God, this literally is breaking my heart right now. These kids, the pressure has got to be unbelievable. 15 hours a day of just studying and putting all this time and energy into it. For what? For what? To get that government job? To keep your head just barely above water? For what? To make stockholders a little bit more money? To buy your CEO a more expensive car or a second or third house? Oh my God, we're doing it wrong. We're doing this whole thing in life wrong. God, I feel for these people. I mean, I guess just Koreans in general, they're just insanely hard workers and incredibly dedicated people with every facet of life. But you cannot be pushing kids this hard. That is so devastatingly sad. That is so, and they gotta see it. They gotta see these suicide numbers. Is it worth it? Is it worth it to put all this time, energy, and focus into something to get that job that might make you a little bit more money, that might keep your head just slightly above water so you don't drown and starve? Man, this is heartbreaking to see.
Mental health is a joke.
here in Korea.
It's a joke?
There's a lack of counseling for kids in South Korea.
Come on.
Tragically, some see suicide as the only option.
Of course it seems like that to them. I mean, when you're that age and you have that much pressure on you and you see like your peers doing better than you and you seem to feel like you're falling behind and you think you're going to be a failure at life because of these unrealistic pressures, of course you're going to feel like there's no way out and you will have no future. God dang, that breaks my heart. And they don't have many good counseling options. This is just tragic. This is honestly just tragic. Seems to be talking about the lyrics here too. I could tell you right now, even if I hate that song, I'm going to love that song. Yeah, seriously. Even if I think it is the worst music, they had the stupidest melodies, and I hate the vocals, and there's nothing I like about it, I'm still going to love that song because even this little glimpse of some of the lyrics I'm getting right here, and in the context I just learned about the high suicide rates and these unrealistic pressures that they are putting on their youth, I am going to love this because this seems to be about kind of, you know, I'm not going to get into the whole reaction to the song yet because I haven't heard the whole thing. But if this is what I think this song is about and about standing up to these unrealistic, you know, pressures, these unrealistic expectations, yeah, I'm going to like it. I'm going to like it a lot because it's almost kind of a slap back in the face of society saying, no, enough is enough. But I'm going to save my reactions for the reactions. Let's just keep watching this. But I'm sorry, this is just getting me angry. I don't want to get angry. I want to be in a good mood, but I can't help but feel like a little sick to my stomach and angry over this situation.
한국은 주변 사람들이 열심히 하니까 자기도 옆에 사람만큼 열심히 해야겠다 이런 생각이 많이 드는 것 같아요.
친구들한테는 괜찮다, 이겨낼 수 있다고라고 하는데 미치겠습니다. 돌아버릴 것 같아요.
솔직히 말해서 저는 사실일까? 허상은 아닐까? 우리가 허상을 만들어 놓고 그냥 거기에 달라드는 거 아닐까?
Nothing is guaranteed. You can put all that time, energy, and focus into a job you freaking hate, and then 10 years can slip by, 15, 20 years can slip by, and you can be like, I hate my life. I hate my job. I hate doing this thing I'm doing every single day. What was all this work for? That's the thing. That's the thing. I mean, they're celebrating the fact, BTS is celebrating the fact that they work hard, and it seems like it's just it's a cultural thing. You know, we just work hard. We put the time and the effort in. No breaks. We just go for it. But at some point, they got to ask themselves at what cost.
오늘 축하할 일이 한 가지 더 있습니다, 여러분. 자, 무엇일까요?
제 생일입니다.
생일 축하합니다. 생일.
Oh, they're gonna let him celebrate. Okay, they're not gonna prank him.
축하합니다.
Hear that dance.
생일 축하합니다. 감사합니다. 저희 소원에 신인상을 꼭 탔으면 좋겠습니다. 신인상 꼭 탔으면 좋겠고요. 홍보 좀 해주세요.
Man, they look like they're having such a good time. That's like half the fun of like just watching BTS. In my opinion, at least, it feels like you're kind of just hanging out with buddies. You know? I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
컴백. 내가 컴백으로 돌아왔죠.
이제 진짜 이제 컴백을 했는데 뭔가 요번 앨범에서 정말 더 한번 빵 터뜨려서
그렇죠.
이제 본격적으로 방탄소년단을 알릴 수 있었으면 참 좋겠다.
그렇다.
긴장을 너무 많이 해서
Yeah.
조금 실수를 했었다.
조금 아니다. 귀가 많이 틀렸다.
아니다.
이제 좀 이렇게 혼났었는데 되게 그래 좀 두려웠지.
그래도 사원 오카 때는 정말 팬분들
우리 엄청난 아미분들
정말 대단한 것 같다.
엄청난 아미분들이 많은 응원을 해주셔서 정말
일단 음원도 안 나왔는데
음원도 공개가 안 됐는데
사원 오카를 할 때 갑자기
Everybody say no 하는데 다
노를 외치니까
노를 외치니까 신기했어. 열심히 합시다.
그렇습니다.
열심히 하겠다. 그래. 제이홉
B의
로그 끝.
Okay. They're excited.
자 여러분 9월 20일이 무슨 날인지 아시나요?
추석입니다.
추석인가요? 네 추석이기도 추석이죠. 추석이기도 추석 연휴기도 하고요.
연휴예요?
네 9월 20일 제 생일 후 정확히
Hold
8일.
on, let me read that. Oh no. Chuseok, or whatever it says, literally translated to Autumn Eve, is a 3-day harvest festival held on the autumn equinox in Korea. Oh, cool. I wonder if that's kind of going on right now. It's autumn here.
지났죠.
Now seasons are different in different parts of the world. Never mind.
100일?
에이 설마
정말 어색한 리액션 정말 감사하고 죄송합니다. 저희 방탄소년단이 데뷔한 지 100일이 된 날입니다.
It's only been 100 days. Given the number of idol groups which debut every year, the amount that pass even 100 days is very low. Really? Oh my god. The odds are not in their favor.
저희가 이제 데뷔한 지 정확하게 100일이 됐는데요. 정말 그 100일 동안 항상 옆에서 함께 해주신 아미 분들이 있어서 저희가 존재하는 게 아닌가. 그렇죠. 너무너무 감사드리고요. 앞으로 100일, 1000일, 만일, 10만일 동안
10만일
함께해요!
하지만 방탄소년단이 진격한다.
It's one of the reasons, this right here, that little clip right here is one of the reasons I believe that they are so successful, because they are so indebted to their army. They're so indebted to their fans. They actually appreciate them. They take the time to talk to them. You know, they're not just numbers to them. It seems like they generally are really excited by their army. And I mean, they got to feed off it. They got to feed off of that love, and it's got to help with the haters and all the bad situations, just knowing that you have that much massive love coming in. And I think a major reason this band is so successful is because of the army that's out there right now, pushing love back their way, inspiring them to keep going despite the monumental hate that they get from literally thousands, if not millions of people. And I haven't even checked out all of it, but I've seen a good amount.
그러면 어떨까?
What the hell is this? This is catchy. It's funky. This is funky. It's so goofy, I love it. What was that? Did they just start kissing? Yeah, you know, I read somewhere, I didn't know if it was a joke or not, or if someone was trolling me, but they said, like, you know, men in South Korea are a little bit more like touchy-feely with each other, you know? I don't know. I guess I don't know how the people of Korea feel about, you know, homosexuality and anything like that. And this might not even be that. This could just be an embrace of love. I don't want to question anybody's sexuality. But I wonder how it's perceived in Korea. You know, is homosexual, are gay people accepted? You know, I'll have to do some research. You know, I mean, just in America, we just recently started like legalizing gay marriage, so we're way behind the curve. And I got a ton of gay friends. They're some of the coolest people I know, honestly. So I wonder what this is. But yeah, so I read something, and it says something about men in like South Korean culture, like they're just like a little more touchy feely. Like you don't be surprised if you see them holding hands or like embracing each other a little bit more. And so it's a cultural thing. Here in America, it's a little bit kind of, it's not really like that, you know? If I see two dudes holding hands walking on the streets, I'm going to assume they're gay, but again, I don't really care either way. So it's like, all right, more power to you, buddy. But that's just what you would kind of assume. It wouldn't be like a friendship type thing. I mean, if I see a friend I haven't seen in a while, I'll give him a hug or whatever, obviously, but I don't think I'd kiss him on the lips. But whatever. I'm not here to judge. I'm here to absorb. But I wonder what this is all about. Let me read the comments here because it's kind of exploding. Penalty. Let me see here. Cree is conservative, although homosexuality is frowned upon. That's a bummer. Nope. Homosexuality is... Oh, damn it. That sucks. That was a dare, Jim? Oh, my God. It was a dare. What are you daring me to do? I don't get it. It's an example of skinship. They feel each other like brothers. Yeah. It's a penalty. Oh, I see. Okay, I see. All right. So this is a clip of some game show, and then they fail the challenge, so they have to kiss or whatever. Yeah, whatever. It was a dare. I see. That's cool. These shows seem fun. These like variety shows. I can't wait to check them out. Hopefully you guys can recommend some like good variety shows. I know Run's a big one. I'm not going to go into it right now, but I know there's a couple of them out there. I can't wait to check it out because, like I said, watching these guys feels like just kind of hanging out with a couple buddies. Feels kind of cool. You know, it's like, it reminds me of like watching the TV show Friends. You know, like they're not your friends. You know, they're your actors and whatnot. But at least these guys aren't actors. They're just generally having a good time. There's just something so wholesome and fun about it. Let's keep on going. Yeah, they're freaking out. This song is actually pretty good. I forget what this one was called, but I like it. So much energy. The soup is another one. I'm gonna get to it, I promise, guys. Dude, I like this jam. It's just fun.
춤이 안 되는데? 춤이 잘 안 돼. 솔직히 르몬 형보다 춤 못 춘 거 아니야?
최근에 정말 그 생각을 많이 하는데 사람이 왜 사고가 다칠까요?
하고 싶은 게 뭐예요?
네?
하고 싶은 게 뭐예요?
저는 언더그라운드와 메이저의 가교가 되고 싶다고 이야기를 했어요. 그 이유가 저도 대구에서 음악을 할 때 굉장히 힘들었었고 매일 저녁 굶고 장기 하나 살려고 다 그래요. 그걸 바꾸고 싶었어요. 그걸 바꾸고 싶었다. 뭘로? 제가 가교가 되어서.
본인이 아이돌 돼가지고 그걸 바꿀 수 있다고 생각했어요?
The way we refer to stars singing on the stage or dancing on the stage in Korean is that we don't call them stars or artists. The common way we call them are idols. And we actually expect them to be this perfect idol.
This is me off, man.
Always smiling, always very perfect, and don't have any mistakes in their personalities, or they always look pretty even without any makeup on. We expect someone to be like spotless.
Yeah.
우리나라 아이돌들 너무 잘하는데 노래를 못한다. 노래 잘하고요. 춤 세계에서 제일 잘 춘다고요. 근데 심지어 노래 잘하고 춤 잘 추는데 얼굴까지 예쁘고 몸매도 좋은데 연기도 되는 친구가 한 팀에 5명이면 5명이 다 그래.
아이돌이 무슨 뜻이에요?
우상이죠. 제가 아이돌은 사전적으로 우상인데 아이돌이라는 것은 우리나라에서는 이제 음악적인 것뿐만 아니라 산업적으로도 굉장히 복합적인 개념이잖아요. 그래서 어떤 사람들은 아이돌이라는 이 존재들이 힙합과 어떻게 어울릴 수 있냐. 힙합은 사실 또 어떻게 보면 좀 남성적이고 마초성이 좀 있는 문화이기도 하고. 방탄소년단이 무대에 올라갔을 때 뭐 이제 분장을 한다, 또 메이크업을 하는 거에 대한 어떤 힙합과 충돌되는 부분이 있을 것 같은데.
분장 그런 게 아니라 여장. 입고 다니는 게 여장이 아니에요.
뭐 사실 그렇게 느끼신다면 뭐 그렇게 느끼실 수도 있을 것 같아요.
Dude, excuse my language, but fuck that guy. Fuck that guy. Sometimes people do that. People do that. They'll want you on their show and they will interview you and they want to get the best clip they can possibly get out of it to sell to headlines or whatever, just to make money off it. And in the process, what they're doing is they're just, that was just disrespectful. That was just disrespectful. It just pisses me off. God, it's just, I'm protective. I'm a little overprotective. I'll admit it. But it pisses me off, you know? I mean, why go out of your way to do that? I mean, they're not going to come back on your show. What happened here is, I don't know if this was another rapper or whatever, but they were explaining that, you know, hip-hop in general has had kind of, you know, a macho type air about it. You know, it's been dominated mostly by macho-esque type of men. You know, obviously there's some very talented female hip-hop artists as well, you know, over the past couple of years, but I'd say most of them are men if you look at just the sheer number of artists compared to female to male. And, you know, this is, yeah, it's different. It's a different approach to it. You know, if you're wearing makeup and you're going out and you look a little bit, I'll just say prettier than, you know, a rough and tumble kind of gangster, you know, I can see how that might be. I can see how people might be upset because it's something new, but that's what art is, man. That's what it is. You want to evolve the art form. And I truly feel like that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to pay respect and they're trying to pay homage to art. And I learned that from listening to the Too Cool for School album. You know, it was very retro. You know, it incorporated classic elements of early hip hop mixed together with kind of new age styles. It is the advancement of the art. That's what they're trying to do. Why repackage the same thing a million times over in the same way? It's gonna get stale. It has gotten stale. You know, I don't know a ton about hip hop. I don't know a ton about that culture in general. I'm trying to learn and I'm trying to go into this with an open mind, in some real clarity. But I can even tell, even with my newbie ears, being new to all of this, that I can see this is what's happening. I can see the evolution of the music and how it's changing before my eyes. Some people that are just trapped in the mindset of this is what hip hop has to be. You know, it has to be macho. This is the formula. This is the structure. And if you deviate from that, you are somehow insulting it. No, man. No. If you're a fan of the art form, you should want it to evolve. I don't know who this guy was that basically just is calling him a girl or whatever because he looks prettier. Honestly, he's probably just jealous. You know? But that's what people do. You know, they feel backed into the corner or they feel a little bit less than and they attack. And it's not good, man. It's not good. I don't know if he was a host. If he was a host of that radio show, seriously, oh my God, he might have just thought that they were another one of those hundreds of idol groups that were going to flop and fail, and he was trying to get a good headline or a good sound clip just to sell. But what a slap in the face, and what a... I can only imagine BTS probably never went back to this thing. Why would they? Especially now. And whoever these people are now is probably begging to work with these guys or get them on their show just because of the massive amount of fans they bring in and what they bring to the table. And wow, talk about foot in your mouth and kicking yourself in your own ass. I'm sorry, I get protective. I think a lot of you guys too, though. I think you guys do as well. It's sad.
띵동. 제가 손 왔습니다. 대바지에. 띵동. 정신 부탁드립니다. 감사합니다.
Nick, and here it is.
알람했어요? 편지 왔습니다.
아웃터 이런 거 얼마나?
I also like how, I think it was RM. I'm sorry if it wasn't RM, but I think I also liked how RM kind of stood his ground with this. Like, you can think what you want to think. Like, he wasn't defending himself or no, he was defending himself a little bit, but he didn't like clap back in like a like a really negative way. You know what I mean? It didn't seem like he like came back. It's like, well, who are you? And like, you know, come down on the guy. He kind of just had more of like a passive attitude to the whole thing. Like, all right, man, well, you can think what you want to think. That's just a gross way of thinking. But he didn't even say that. He just like It was done like in a very classy way, you know? He handled that very, very classy. But this is the other side of it. And this is the thing that, you know, I even saw today in our Discord. Like, this is the other side of it that you see, you know, the millions of fans that come in that are pouring love into these guys. That's going to make those moments a little less harsh. You know, it's going to make them push and persevere even more, just knowing that they have this kind of support and this kind of love behind them. It's one thing to have support, you know, from your fans. It's another thing to have love. And I really feel like these guys are loved.
감사합니다.
저희 편지 읽어볼까요? 최근에 편지를 많이 읽으면서 느낀 건데, 편지에 항상 고맙고 미안하다는 말을 써주시는 분들이 많이 계신데, 저도 그런 편지를 읽을 때마다 굉장히 가슴.
I wonder why the fans are saying they're sorry for us. I feel like I'm not getting the whole story here. And I'm sorry I'm not following along exactly in chat here. I do go back and watch these videos and watch all of the comments coming through, and it does give me a better perspective. So I do appreciate you guys answering some of my questions. I just can't read the subtitles and the chat at the same time, but I keep trying to glance back and forth. But I wonder at this time in history, in BTS history, like why some of the fans felt sorry for them. I've heard rumors about that they weren't getting airtime, they weren't getting on some of these variety shows. They've really struggled in the beginning of their career, and I'm gonna have to do some more research and check out some more videos on that. So I think that's what they're talking about here. I could be wrong. Maybe it's a little bit later in the BTS career, but that's kind of the impression I'm getting. Like, I don't know.
뭉클해지고 고맙고 또 저도.
Because it's tough, yeah. I mean, it's just tough, you know. It's just a lot, I guess.
감사합니다.
정말 내가 아티스트인지 아이돌인지 헷갈릴 때가 많다. 나 스스로는 아이돌의 형태를 띈 아티스트라고 생각을 많이 했었는데, 사람들의 인식은 제각기 다른 거니까. 그리고 내가 앞으로 보여줄 아티스트적인 면모가 더 많다고 생각을 하고, 정말 산 넘어 산이라는 말이 딱 맞는 게, 정말 데뷔하면 모든 게 다 잘 되고 뭔가 괜찮을 것 같았는데, 정말 또 더 큰 세상을 보니까 더 큰 고민을 하게 되고, 복잡하고 정말 혼란스럽지만 이런 마음들을 좀 음악에 담아낼 수 있어야 그게 내 몫이라고 생각한다. 그걸 음악에 녹여내고 더 승화시켜서 더 진정성 있고 더 좋은 음악을 들려드리고 싶은 마음이다. 아무튼 요즘 그래도 열심히 잘 하고 있으니까 랩몬스터 김남준이 힘냈으면 좋겠다.
Interesting. So RM showing some artistic integrity here and kind of just having this really real moment with people. You know, we heard earlier in this video that idols are expected to be pristine, perfect, the apex of people almost, you know, godlike in some ways. But that's not what art is. Art is sloppy. Art is messy. Art is human. And he's asking himself that question right now. Am I an idol or am I an artist? I think he's trying to mix the two of them together. He wants to have artistic freedom and creativity to add sides of himself that might not be perfect. But like I said, that's what art is. So I feel like he's kind of really struggling at this point, at least, and trying to figure out whether he wants to be this pristine figure or this artist, or just kind of mesh them together and become a mixture of both of those things. But it's got to be tough, and it's got to be a lot to weigh on your shoulders. But it seems like he's leaning a little bit more towards artistic integrity, which I absolutely respect. Absolutely respect. Because that's what really shows the real side of life. That's what shows the message in the movement that people actually connect with, and not just, you know, a pretty face or some good dance moves. And I'm not trying to downplay what those things are, because they do take a lot of work. But I think it adds a little bit more. It humanizes the experience a little bit more for everybody. It's interesting to see him have this kind of almost battle in his mind and share it with us. I like that they're so candid with these things and they're so open. It really kind of just gives us a really cool perspective as to what their mindset was at this chapter in, I'm going to call it the BTS era.
잘하고 있다고 믿을 것이고 잘 해낼 것이다. 너무 많이 생각하지 말자. That's it.
Don't think about it too much. He's thinking about it too much. Bangtan wrote letters addressed to their fandom army to express their honest thoughts and express their gratitude. Oh, they're gonna read the letters? All right, cool.
조명도 살짝 어둡게. 네.
이거 뭐지? 인간극장 아닌데요?
사실 정말 믿기지가 않습니다. 춤이 너무 좋아 공부도 안 하고 새벽에 매일 나가 새벽 연습하고 고생한 끝에 서울로 올라갈 때 그래도 그 누구보다 좋아하셨던 부모님, 전 아버지의 그 웃음이.
That's awesome. That's awesome that the dad smiled back too. From what I was reading in comments here, that Korean culture tends to be a bit conservative, and I don't think dancing is really a conservative notion. I'm not saying the conservatives don't dance. I've seen line dancing. I've seen the hats. I know you guys can do it, but that's a sweet little moment there.
모르시겠지만 연습생 때는 정말로 데뷔를 할 수 있을지도 몰랐습니다. 정말로 울기도 하고 지치기도 하면서 포기하고 싶다는 생각을 많이 했었습니다.
This is so sweet.
사실 예전은 즐겁다고 생각한 적은 많이 없었던 것 같아요.
This is the most goddamn wholesome thing I've ever seen in my life. My God, the feels.
그리고 지금까지 열심히 활동하면 제게 작지만 되게 큰 목표가 하나 생겼습니다. 정말 제 목소리로 여러분들의 마음을 감동시킬 수 있는 그런 가수가 되고 싶고 또 정말 떳떳하게 자랑스럽게 부끄럽지 않게 나는 방탄소년단의 팬이다 라고 말할 수 있도록 정말 멋진 가수가 되겠다고 다짐했습니다. 참 이렇게 고마운 존재인데 저희에게 되려 미안하다고 할 때는 저는 마음이 참 아픕니다. 우리 서로 고마워하는 사이가 되었으면 좋겠어요.
저는 여러분을 실망시키는 일이 세상에서 가장 두렵습니다. 항상 말해왔듯이 여러분이 없으면 저도 없으니까요. 아미들, 내가 꿈을 이루면 나는 또 누군가의 꿈이 된다고 합니다. 여러분 모두의 꿈이고 싶어요. 그게 저의 역할인 것 같습니다.
아직 모르는 게 많고 서툴고 어벙대지만 점점 나아지는 모습으로 아미 여러분들이 자랑스러워하는 방탄소년단이 되고 싶습니다.
바쁜 스케줄 덕분에 몸은 지쳐도 저희를 응원해주시는 아미분들을 만날 때마다 힘이 됩니다.
아미 여러분들을 만나고 항상 웃고 긍정적인 사람으로 바뀌게 된 것 같아 고마운 마음을 전달하고 싶네요.
아미 여러분, 언제나 저희 옆에 성장하는 모습을 지켜봐 주셨으면 좋겠습니다.
Oh my God. This is such a cool candid moment here. They're just, man, for like 7 men to sit down in front of a group of people and literally just pour their heart outs with no backing tracks, no fancy lights, no nothing, just them, a stage, a microphone, and a camera, and to literally break down and share these moments. It's so candid and it's so heartwarming and it's so freaking wholesome. How do you not love something like this? It's brave. It's incredibly brave. It's brave as a man. I can't imagine doing that myself. I can't imagine just going. Can you? Think about you. Even as a man, woman, whatever. Can you imagine? Doesn't even matter. Can you imagine just going somewhere and just sitting there and just sharing like your deepest, darkest passions and breaking down and just continuing to keep going because you wanted to share exactly who you are with other people. You wanted them to know and understand you on that kind of level that you're willing to risk ridicule and an embarrassment to be honest and open and real with people. I bet you a very small percentage of people wouldn't do it. Hell, I don't know if I'd do it. I don't think I would. I don't think I would. I don't think that I have the cojones to do it. I don't think I do. This takes balls, man.
늘 사랑합니다, 고맙습니다라고 표현을 하려고는 하는데 그게 굉장히 어렵습니다. 사랑합니다.
제가 여기 있으면서 제가 정말 어떤 사람인지 또 어떤 사람이 되어야 하는지 정말 많이 깨닫는 것 같고요. 그래서 저희한테 고마운 존재입니다. 또 진짜 더 열심히 할게요. 정말 감사합니다. 저희는 지금까지 방탄소년단이었습니다. 둘, 셋! 감사합니다!
감사합니다.
나가기
I
싫다.
respect it.
많이 보네요. 나가기 싫다.
I respect it. It's like group therapy almost. What a candid cool moment that was.
2014년 12월 4일 진해 일지. 오늘은 내 생일이다. 새로운 가족들 우리 방탄
They're not gonna mess with them?
생일을 보냈는데 와 이 먹거든. 어떻게 연습실에 딱 들어오자마자 케이크로 생일 축하한다고 이렇게 케이크를 묻혀대더니
생일 축하드려요. 감사합니다.
우리 팬분들이 많은 편지와 또 메시지들을 보내주셨는데 정말 이렇게 많이 사랑받아도 될까 싶을 정도로 많이 축하해 주시고 또 태어나줘서 고맙다는 말을 많이 해주셨는데
Wow.
그냥
He's very real with his answers, you know? Like, obviously at this point, they're getting a lot of love that's coming in, you know? And it's interesting to see them have these candid moments and say, I wonder if I'm even deserving of this much love. And you can tell he means it too. Like, he's asking himself that question and contemplating in his mind. It's crazy. It's very open and honest.
감사합니다. 꼭 정말 더 많이 노력을 해서 절대로 실망시키지 않는 방탄의 맏형 진이 될 테니까 더 지켜봐 주셨으면 좋겠다.
Melon Awards.
네, 정말 뜨거운 함성으로
They're
가득
still humble to this day.
멜론 뮤직 어워드 함께하고
That's fantastic to read, Susie.
2013년이 저렇게 뜨거웠구나라는 것을 다시 한번 느껴볼 수 있었고요. 지금 말씀드리는 순간 벤에서 방탄소년단인가요?
네, 2013 데뷔한 아주 핫한 신인이죠. 정말 패기 넘치는 모습으로 레드카펫을 걷고 있습니다.
자, 방탄소년단은 올해 데뷔를 하면서 정말 인기보다는 실력으로 승부를 하면서
Melon's a streaming platform?
자, 그리고 방탄소년단이 팀워크가 얼마나 좋은지 알 수 있냐면요. 지금 7명이 쫙 섰는데 키가 다 똑같아요. 네.
당연히 못 봤죠.
I know that jam.
당연히 못 봤냐? 참가상 모르냐 참가상?
참가상.
야 떨려.
진짜요?
우리 밖에서 멘붕일 것 같아.
우리 하기 전에 있다고?
밖에 된 멘붕.
모르겠네요. 과연.
진짜 받으면 올 것 같아요.
(2013) 멜론 뮤직 어워드 신인상 방탄소년단 축하드립니다.
방탄소년단.
Killed it.
우리 아미분들. 아미. 정말 너무너무 감사드리고요. 더 좋은 음악, 더 좋은 무대로 앞으로 더 찾아뵙겠습니다. 감사합니다.
부모님 사랑한다.
Again, every chance they get, they're thanking the army. Look how excited these guys are. Their hard work is paying off, and they're finally starting to feel like they're killing it. This is fun, man. Wow, look at that venue.
VJ 방탄 특공대와 함께한 저희의 이야기 어떠셨나요? 방탄소년단의 새로운 변신 앞으로 더 많이 지켜봐 주시길 바라고 저희 VJ 방탄 특공대 여기서
I
인사드립니다.
love the music in the background. It's like an 80s sitcom. Oh, here we go.
방탄소년단 랩 가사 그것도 가사야. 진행하겠습니다.
꽉 잡아 날 덮치기 전에
Reflection is next, guys.
야, 우리 방탄소년단 힙합하려고 모였다. 남다른 목소리로 대중들의 귀를 녹여마. We sweet like a syrup. 거짓말들은 싫어. 진짜 우리 얘기들로만 가사에 꽉꽉 실어. 랩 몬스터 가진 전국 제일 피지맨. 한국 여자들은 우리 때문에 가기 싫어질 걸 이미. 그리고 여기서 랩하고 있어. 1위. Yeah.
제이어 방송 날 몸으로 표현해주세요.
누나 좋아.
This is so freaking goofy.
일단 매력 너무 넘쳐. 19살 귀염둥이 보컬.
What's he eating? I gotta see these shows. I gotta see these shows. Awesome, dude. Once again, the rise of Bangtan official, absolutely killing it. They got some professionals over here doing this sort of thing. That was so much fun to watch, and I feel like I got so much information out of that. I feel like I finally saw a little bit of a different side of the guys. Through my whole BTS journey, people have been telling me these guys are humble, these guys are down to earth, and these guys are real and honest with their fans. And I've been kind of seeing a little bits of it here and there through documentaries and little glimpses here and there, but this was completely different. This was very candid. Just the way these guys opened up in front of the camera and expressed true feelings, you know, that as a man, I can just say as a man, is kind of difficult to do. You know, we're not, I mean, I'm not, and a lot of my friends and most men I know here in America, we're not exactly the most open books in the world, you know? We're not very open with our feelings a lot of the time. I'm trying to change it. I'm trying to be a better positive person and be more open and expressive. And I definitely am taking some inspiration from this. I mean, to get out there and just like, let your hopes and dreams and your inner thoughts and like everything just come out of you to the point where you are literally just sitting there crying, talking about, you know, what this all means to you. The passion is literally oozing out of their eyes. The emotions, it's a lot to take in. I honestly couldn't, at some points during watching that, I got a little teary-eyed just watching them talk about how much all this means to them and their dreams and just being this open. It's different, man. It's different to see this in a different perspective like this. Awesome job once again from the rise of Bangtan. It's just so far out of all the things I've seen on BTS documentary-wise, by far the best. And I'm not shitting on anybody else because that stuff has been incredibly helpful for me as well. But this is on a different level. Yeah, I'm going to go through each and every one of these chapters and try to go in chronological order with listening to the music and follow this storyline. I feel like I'm truly traveling through BTS's history doing it this way. Like right now, we're about to listen to the Are You Late 2? I think it's what it's called. The album in its entirety. I'm sorry I can't do it here live on YouTube with you guys watching on YouTube. I'm going to have to stop the stream on YouTube, but I'm going to continue it over on Twitch. So if you want to be part of that, the link's in the description. If not, no worries. I'll probably have some clips up on YouTube at some point. But if you want to be part of that, the link is in the description of the video you're watching right now for the people on YouTube. So far, YouTube's been pretty good. They haven't blocked anything just yet, but I can't do the music thing. I got a strike on my channel last time. It kicked me off of YouTube for a week, and it could possibly delete my channel, so I got to be careful about that. So I'm sorry I can't stream that thing for everybody. But this, wow, what a fascinating documentary this was. I think this third one here is my favorite. And then the glimpses of the music that I got, I'm curious. I've got a couple things to say already, but I'm going to save it for the reaction. But I've got a couple thoughts and a couple theories and points I really want to stress on, especially for the song No, which I guess translates to no offense or is an acronym for no offense. But yeah, I got some thoughts on that. But man, this was so much fun. This was it's a wild ride, and I felt like it was so wholesome and heartbreaking. I felt warm and fuzzy at parts. I felt like my heart was breaking at parts. I felt internal rage. I even dropped a couple F-bombs. I didn't even care. I got so angry. But that's what's fun about this, you know? It's so much fun to kind of experience this in this kind of format. And I got to thank you guys for being here with me and just enjoying this journey with me. because without reading these comments and figuring out, you know, hey, what exactly is going on, I'd be losing out on so much context. Yeah, I could just binge all this in one day or however long it would take me, you know, just to go through everything and get a broad perspective of BTS. But I would be missing out. I'd be missing out on so many little details. And I have to thank all of you guys for sharing those details with me, because it's definitely giving me a much better perspective on this. And the fact that the ARMY is willing to come out and support me and share this valuable information with me and give me this kind of experience to enjoy BTS my first time, honestly, I can't thank you enough. It's been a beautiful experience. So thank you so much for that. I think I'm going to end it here on YouTube, and then I'm going to continue over on Twitch. I'm going to close this stream down both on YouTube and Twitch for 1 second, but for you guys watching on Twitch, just stay put. Stay put for 1 second. I'm going to reload the stream, and we're going to move right on to the album reaction to Are You Late 2, I think it's called. Not sure how I feel about these titles. Not sure how I feel about these titles, but we'll go more to that with the reaction. But guys, on YouTube, if this is goodbye, thank you for hanging out. Thank you for everything. I truly appreciate you, and I'll see you in the next video. Guys on Twitch, hang tight. I'll be right over. All right, I'm going to end this over here. Ba-bam. And we are done. Okay, cool. We're done over there.